All right, welcome to the Orl Vs Opsl 10v10. We are underway here as Ryan Cox gets a good start into second place there. And great start for Opsl here. Front three drivers straight off the bat here. And here in Qatar, first race in F1 2023 is the perfect start for Opsl. As apologies for the late start to the stream here. ORL drivers falling back quickly here. As Lindsay makes a move on Vipermon into 10th. Lindsay still down the inside of Vipermon and they go off the track, it looks like, and Lindsay down into 12th there. And yellow flags everywhere at the moment. We have a look, here's Toto trying to chase down Hug Shug here. Lindsay exchanging places with Hudman Scott as well. And late braking there. And round goes Lindsay and he's out of the race. Lindsay, the first retirement of the race here for ORL on lap 1, and he's been rear-ended. Remix at the back here, having a look on Kizzy, not quite. And we'll move back up the field. Here goes Toto, having a look at Maverick. So it's Opsl 1, 2 and 3, ORL 4, 5 and 6 as Kizzy picks up a penalty already on lap 1. And this couldn't have gone better. Jacob Palfrey, Ryan Cox, Hug Shug completing the podium. And on fire at the moment. Kizzy and Hudman Scott have to come into the pits after the first lap incidents. And Noah gets past Melbourne Mac in the meantime. So Noah into 11th. Melbourne Mac having a look back at him, and now Milan getting interested as well. So some little battling between fellow ORL drivers here. And we've got all three quite talented drivers that perform well in Season 3 of ORL. So this would be a good little battle to watch here. Milan chasing down Melbourne Mac, trying to get past. He started on the medium tyres, interestingly. And there's a yellow. It's Vipermon in trouble early on here, down into 14th. Doesn't look to have any damage there. As we look, here's Reese Fisher on Bio, chasing down his teammate. Not all about the team here. You also want to show your abilities here in this friendly race here between ORL and Opsl. And it's looking pretty comfortable for Jacob Palfrey up top. Ryan just sticking behind him though, as we're on lap 2, about to enter lap 3 here. And the DRS will be on after this lap. Ryan just biding his time here and seeing what he can do. It's just 7/10 back here, so in DRS range. Look a little bit further down. Al Pacino chasing down Reese Fisher here. Is he going to look to make a move into turn 1? He breaks late and goes down the inside of his teammate. They're still wheel to wheel through turn 1. And Reese holds the position there. Al Pacino not done with yet. Reese goes off the track. And does he get a good run here to potentially make another late move here? Al Pacino just wisely sticks behind there. And we'll have a look at this little 3-car battle between Milan, Noah and Melbourne Mac on this beautiful new track of Qatar in F1 23. And Milan has just run into the back of Melbourne Mac. He broke a bit early, and Remix is almost a unlucky third party to that. He gets past Milan, I believe, without damage. Melbourne Mac going very slowly, gets punted off the track. Oh, sorry, it's Milan going very slowly. And Vipermon gets through on him as well. So Milan, no front wing, in trouble. And down into 14th position. Kizzy has had a tough start. 15th and 16th. Both have pitted though. Look at Ryan's closing in on Jacob there, but we'll have a look at Toto and Maverick, who both have penalties, and also Riley on Hug Shug. The lead ORL driver, Riley, here. And we'll see if he can make his way through. And he blasts past, and Ryan's going to take the lead of this race for Opsl here as well. Neat little move from him. And Riley into third. So ORL find themselves with the driver on the podium here. And this race also sets the grid for Vegas, which will be up next. A very interesting track. That'll be, and Milan gets past Remix in the pits, it looks like. Oh, we'll have a look and see who comes out in front. It looks like Remix is going to hold that 13th position. And Milan just behind. So we'll keep our eyes on that. To the ORL drivers picking up most of the penalties here. Jacob not letting Ryan go easily. We'll have a look at Al Pacino, who's resuming his battle with Reese here. And very easy to cut track limits here, as we've seen a lot of early 3-second time penalties while you're battling on this track. So it's not easy for the drivers out there. Al Pacino chasing down Reese here. Look at that beautiful set of corners. You can go flat out pretty much all the way in qualifying, not so much in the race. Bio picks up a 3 seconds, so 5th, 6th and 7th all picked up penalties, and around goes Bio there. Not sure if he hit the wall on that occasion. And yep, into the pits he comes, and Noah jumps up into 9th position. We'll have a look at the position changes so far. Of Noah up 8 positions, he started last, so and Al Pacino up 7, Ryan up 2 off the start. So a couple good races going on here. Of Noah is probably the main one for RL, and he's in 9th, Belmac 10th, 5 on 11th, so they'll be looking to push their way up, as is Maverick chasing down Hug Shug, who has been spotted up by Riley already, so we'll see if Maverick can get in here and making his way through the Sector 2 here. So just playing the patient game here. We're on lap 5, 9 laps to go here. And OPSL remain in a very good position, and they don't, these two up front, they don't care about what league they're in, they're just battling. And we'll see if Jacob can find his way back past Ryan here down the main straight potentially. And Hugshug picks up a 3-second penalty, so, and so does Vipermon, and Maverick. So everyone's picking up the penalties here today. And now Jacob's going to have DRS, both on the mediums here, these two. And look at the speed, look at the power of that DRS down the main straight. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a few chopping and changing between the two leaders here. And Ryan just lets him go, bides his time, and doesn't fight it too hard because he knows he's got the pace to hang on to the back of him. And it looks like Maverick going wheel to wheel with Hugshug here. Maverick has the inside line. They both go wide off the track there. Hugshug forced to give the position. And now Toto is not too far behind. He'll be looking to pick up the pieces of this battle. Goes wide again. Riley picks up his 3-second penalty. So everyone has penalties from 3rd to 6th and from 11th to 14th. Will they be proved to be costly by the end of the race here? We'll see. A bit wide from Maverick there. Opens the door for Hugshug, but he just has a little snap, and this could bring Toto in the game from behind as well. 6/10ths back, and we'll have a look to see if Ryan, through the final sector here, can make his way back through. Toto gets a penalty, so penalties galore out here in this exhibition event. And Ryan just looks to have dropped through these last couple corners here. So, but the DRS is so powerful down that main straight. Will it make a difference? Al Pacino and Milan also picking up penalties. Riley's in the pit, so must have picked up some damage there. And Ryan, I believe, will be too far back on this occasion, although he's flying, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Riley gives away that podium position that RL had, and it looks like Maverick and Hugshug. Hugshug gets back up into 3rd position. Maverick loses it, so all OPSL back on the podium. Maverick loses it, and that is it for Maverick, out of the race. And we just caught that one on board there, just lost it and couldn't catch it there. So that's no good for Maverick. It looks like there will be no safety car or virtual safety car, so the race is good to continue. Of Noah, Melbourne Max spun round as well. Not sure if that's by contact from Of Noah there, or he's just lost it himself. But fantastic race from Of Noah. He's up 10. Riley, who was in 3rd, had to pit for a new front wing, or maybe not pit for a new front wing, but he's now in 8th. Is he going to be able to get anywhere close to Ryan and Jacob up front? Ryan still biding his time, holding position. He's got the ERS advantage on Jacob here. 6/10ths the difference. And in comes Jacob to the pit. So halfway through this race, most drivers will be pitting around this time. Ryan's going to try and overcut him. He's got the DRS as well, so this is going to be really helpful for his lap time. And Jacob comes into the pits. Hugshug stays out. Toto and Al Pacino all stay out. Reese comes into the pits. Of Noah on the softs. You'd think he'd come in. No, stays out for another lap. So this is going to be quite an intriguing couple laps here as Ryan tries to set the best lap possible. He's going to be using everything he's got to get around that track as quick as humanly possible. And out comes Jacob of the pits. Of Noah up into 5th place. He's up 12, Al Pacino up 11. But when they have to pit, they will lose a couple of those places. Toto picks up yet another penalty. We'll check out the penalties here. 9 seconds for Toto, 3. Everyone else has 3 except for Kizzy. So here's the tyre situation. Ryan 6 seconds ahead of Hug Shug. And the top 4 will probably all be pitting this lap here as quick. It looks like Jacob's going to try and make quick work of Noah. Noah's holding him up a little bit here. This could be costly. He needed to set as quick a lap as possible. And Ryan is about to come into the pits, you'd suggest, and this could give him the lead of the race. Milan picks up another penalty down in 13th. So 3 ORL drivers in the top 10. There's a yellow. Hudman Scott is out in sector 1 there. Ryan comes into the pits, and so does Al Pacino stays out, interestingly. Hug Shug and Toto come in. So where does Ryan come out? We'll go on board with Jacob here, making his way down the main straight. How close is he going to be to Ryan here? Is the outlap quick enough? Oh, it's going to be very close, but Jacob does get the undercut done, maintains position. So Al Pacino holding that lead just for a moment. And a lot of drivers going on to the softs up front here. Riley is in 4th, but net 3rd here. Bio of Noah into the pits as well. So of Noah's going to come out in about 10th. This is going to be close between him and Remix. Cold tyres for of Noah. And Remix gets through into 9th. Will of Noah be able to chase him down on those new tyres? Remix 5-lap-old mediums. So could be a good battle to come between those two. Here goes Reese chasing down Toto. And Vipermon gets past off Noah there as well. So nice move from him. Vipermon into the points positions. We'll go on board with Reese here. Chasing down Toto. Toto has 9 seconds. He's been struggling this race. Reese is going to move to the inside and should be able to get that quite comfortably. Nicely done. Both on new softs, so great pace from Reese there. And Toto has to make do with 7th position. Ryan's dropped off of Jacob a little bit there. He's 1.2 behind. Al Pacino now comes into the pits, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. And Riley reclaims that third position. And Reese, who's had a good few laps here, but Toto flies back past him for RRL there, up into 6. He's not going to go away easily. Looks like Reese has a bit more downforce to help him through the corners there. Remix into the pits for a second time. Of Noah gets past and back into the points places. So 4 RRL drivers to 6 OPSL in the top 10. OPSL occupying the 2 most important positions, and that are 1st and 2nd. Ryan will want to make a point here, though, chasing down Jacob. So a good little battle between them two. Reese still on the back of Toto. He thought he had him last lap. He's going to have to do it all again here. And field's starting to spread out quite nicely. ORL drivers struggling. All drivers 9th to 13th are ORL. Of Noah gets past Vipermon. Will he be able to hold on to it though? It looks like it. Complete flip of the script from the previous time out where ORL won quite comfortably. And a bit of lag on Vipermon's screen here. And Of Noah actually has lagged out, so Vipermon should be able to get through quite comfortably. Ryan also sets the fastest lap, and he's closing up quite significantly on Jacob up front. So unfortunately for Of Noah, he's been having a great race, but he's going to be heavily impacted by that. As down the inside goes Vipermon into 9th position. Toto and Al Pacino going after it. Toto's picked up the pace significantly and gets past Al Pacino into 5th. Does Al Pacino have any fight on this occasion? Not much ERS left for Toto. Goes to the inside, does Al Pacino, and they're going wheel to wheel, and Toto just goes off the track. Al Pacino tries to stick it out. Toto goes off again, gets another penalty. That's 12 seconds for him now, and Al Pacino trying to switch back, can't do it. So aggressive defending from Toto earns him a penalty. We'll look up front now. Ryan with a great run through the second sector here. It gets past Jacob into the lead of the race. There's been a great battle up front between them two. Good strategy, good racing. And Ryan finds his way back into the lead here from starting third on the grid. And Jacob goes off, gets a 3-second penalty. So the odds now shifted in the favour of Ryan here. Will Jacob be able to get through with the DRS? And a triple penalty there. Milan, I believe it was Noah. And Jacob feigns a move down the inside, thinks better of it. Toto comes into the pits again, so must have picked up some damage during that battle with Al Pacino, who's now getting chased by Reese. Toto is going to the pits to retire, it seems. And down the inside goes Reese. Al Pacino lets him go. So now OPSL occupy 6 of the top 7. Riley, the lone ORL driver, in the top 7. So struggles for ORL in this first race. They've got another race to potentially turn it around, but not looking hopeful. Melbourne Mac now on of Noah. A good Div 2 battle from ORL here. Noah tries to go around the outside, can't do it. And Melbourne Mac gets through into 10th position. Kizzy also chasing after Vipermon. This has been a great battle in ORL to watch as well. Vipermon appears to let him through there on that occasion. So Kizzy up into 8th position. Remix, the only OPSL driver still running to be outside of the top 10. And Jacob picks up a 3-second time penalty. Riley picks one up as well, so there's going to be no threat to him. Reese only 4 seconds back of Hug Shug with penalties. That could move him up towards the podium places. And we'll have a look at the penalty situation now. 6 seconds each. So Reese is on the verge of taking 3rd position from Riley here. If he can pick up his lap times, he's on the softs versus Riley on the hards. Who is going to win out for that podium place? Can OPSL have a full podium here? And as ORL are really struggling out here, Jacob's dropped off. It looks like Ryan's home in this race. There's a yellow towards the end of Sector 3. And here comes of Noah back on Melbourne Mac. We saw Melbourne Mac get past on the last lap of Noah. Absolutely blitzes through and pulls away by some margin. And that DRS pace down the main straight is significant. Made that move easy for of Noah. One of the 3 drivers of that penalty, that remain. And now Noah wants 2 cars in the first sector here, and it looks like he's going to get it. Vipermon doesn't fight too hard of Noah flying through. Vipermon also lets Melbourne Mac through. Very kind of him to play the team game as he falls down to 11th, struggling. No front wing damage, or we're not sure if he has some sort of other damage, but Vipermon down in 11th off the pace today. So we're down to the final lap of the race. And Ryan, what's happened? He's let Jacob go through. Maybe it's playing the team game here, trying to let him pull as much of a gap as possible. Or maybe it was a mistake here. But Ryan should still be able to hang on as long as he doesn't make any more mistakes. We'll have a look at the time gap. Reese is just on the edge of 3rd place here. It's going to be extremely close. Jacob in the lead at the moment as we make our way through Sector 2, but he does have a penalty. Ryan really struggling. Not sure what's happened there, but he just needs to hold within 6 seconds and he should be right to hold on. He's looking just a little bit uncomfortable there, but nevertheless he's driven a great race and deserves the win as they make their way through the final sector here. And it looks like Ryan's going to be home, and we're looking at the battle for 3rd place. And Reese is just 6 tenths off Riley, it looks like. And Jacob nearly went off there. And Ryan, is he going to take the win on the road? Ryan takes the win on the final straight. Jacob takes second. Riley crosses the line to take third. Is it going to be enough to hang on? He's slowing down, which he probably shouldn't be doing because Reese is coming from behind, giving absolutely everything here and gets him into fourth, just falls short of third place. Al Pacino will come home for sixth, followed by Bio, and then Kizzy races 3/10 off Riley. So one ORL driver gets on the podium for this race to save a little bit of face there for ORL. Noah will come home for 8th on penalties. Well driven from the back of the grid by him. And Kizzy slows down to let him through. And now Mel Mack will round out the final points. He goes up to 9th actually. Kizzy had a big penalty, so he drops down to 11th. And a great race, great start for OPSL. We'll see if they can continue that form into the race in Vegas here, or can ORL offer up a response here. So there's your winner, Ryan Cox. Beautiful race once again. One of the best drivers in both leagues and proving it once again. Jacob takes second. Those penalties just allowed Ryan to pull away there. And in third, a good race from Riley to hang on to third. Started on pole, struggled with the penalties, but just hung on in the end. As you can see, 6 of the top 7 all to OPSL, so unless a miracle occurs, OPSL dominance seems to be the way to go here. All right, welcome one and all to the first race on Las Vegas, the second installment of the RL OPSL 10v10 on both new tracks here tonight. OPSL dominant in the first race. Will we see something similar here in Vegas? It's probably a more difficult track than Qatar. Going to be interesting to see how everyone goes, what the strategies will be like. Obviously, 25% race, so not the full experience, but nonetheless still should be very interesting. And OPSL lock out the front row based on their Qatar performance, and with Ryan and followed by Jacob, and then Riley third for ORL. And here we go, lights are coming on here in Vegas. You can see the curved grid, and we are underway. Solid start for Jacob. Ryan gets away pretty well and goes straight into the lead. Hugshug gets past Reese into fourth, and Noah already up to seventh. So a great start for him as they make their way through the first sector. There's Viperwods out straight away here. So early retirement for ORL. Milan chasing down Melbourne Mac here, looking to make a move. We'll make a look at the battle up front. Maverick is out of the session as well, so two ORL drivers out instantly. Riley hits the wall there. Jacob chasing after Ryan. 3/10 back. Late braking, just manages to avoid hitting Ryan here. They had a great battle last race in Qatar. Will we see anything similar? Reese already picking up a 3-second penalty. And Melbourne Mac out as well as his remix. What is going on here in Las Vegas? 4 retirements in the first few corners. We'll go on the perspective of Lindsay here. Just looks like a collision between them two. And we've already have 3 ORL drivers and 1 OPSL driver out straight away. And Bio went straight on there and has to take to the escape road. So absolutely shocking start here for ORL. And disappointing as Jacob takes the lead here off Ryan, and braking late. Hugshug gets past Riley into third place, and it's a close battle between first, second, and third and fourth here. Ryan now flying down the straight, and he's going to take that position back off Jacob, and Riley should do the same here. Absolutely flying along, but here comes Jacob back at Ryan. Can he get past? Or just a little bit of contact there between the two lead drivers. Hugshug holds on to his lead on Riley, but maybe not for much longer. Runs a little bit wide, just hangs on the position. Great racing here. Already down to 13 drivers. Kizzy and Milan into the pits. So 2 more ORL drivers struggling, as is Lindsay. So 6 ORL drivers outside the top 10, 3 retired. 3 have had to come into the pits on lap 1. And it's panic stations at the moment. OPSL on top at this stage. And 4/10 the difference between the lead 2. Having a great little battle, having the race all to themselves at the moment. Hugshug trying to hang on, but it looks like falling away at a rapid rate. And just look at the speed, the slipstream really helps on this track. And Ryan just keeps out of the way of the wall there. Very tight track as well when it comes to the corners. But then you've got the massive straight, which now Jacob is going to be absolutely flying along. And gets through on Ryan comfortably. Can Ryan do anything to fight it back? We'll see here. He's going to have the slipstream back. He can almost overtake and then overtake again here. That's how long the straight is. And Hugshug and Riley exchanging positions. Hugshug just hangs on. And now we've got another super long straight. Ryan just drag racing Jacob here and gets back through. And now Riley back through on Hugshug as well. So just an absolute drag race here. Slipstream's going to be huge. As long as you can hang on to the back of someone, you're always a chance here in Vegas. And we'll have a look at some statistics here. So top 3 all on the mediums. Riley managed to get back past Hugshug, but maybe not for long. Hugshug straight back into third place. And this is what we're going to be seeing a lot of here in Vegas, as Reese and Bio both have to come into the pits for OPSL. Bio retiring from the race. So now we're down to 12. Riley trying to get through on Hugshug. Nothing doing there though, but he did run a little bit wide. So yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of overtaking down the straight in this race. Jacob having to burn a little bit of ERS here just to hang on to the back of Ryan. But if you can get out of DRS range, you should be able to comfortably hang on. Lindsay's gone up 5 places in 12th just by staying alive there after being back of the grid for this race. In the meantime, Jacob now with the DRS chasing Ryan down here. Hugshug's already lost 2 seconds. We'll have a look at the battle up front as Riley hangs on to the position and flies through to Jacob. We might be seeing overtakes every lap at this rate. Hugshug just dropping back a little bit. Jacob in the lead over Ryan here. But Ryan should be able to win it back once again. And just look at the speed they get along this straight. Just a slight kink to the left there. And back comes Ryan. No, not on this occasion. And there's going to be some interesting mind games, interesting strategies. Hugshug runs deep and lets Riley back through. So, interesting to see. Maybe you let the driver go, you stick behind a driver just to give you the opportunity to fly through, and that's what Ryan's doing here. And maybe just refraining a little bit, just hanging on to the back, waiting for the right moment to get through so that he can blast away with the lead as Hudman, Scott and Toto both come into the pits. And Carr just didn't want to go in there for Jacob, and this could open up the chance for Ryan to sneak back through there wheel to wheel here through the second sector. And good little moment of racing there, and Ryan's going to fly through once again. And we're seeing a lot of this so far. Ryan just had to keep the car out of the wall, had to lift a little bit. And very close here as they go into that corner. Just clips the waters, Jacob. Is that going to cost him any front wing there? Let's have a look. It doesn't look like it. And now he has the DRS. Back through he comes. Ryan defends to the outside. Can't do much about that. And I'm sounding like a broken record at the moment. Just overtake after overtake down the straight. And Ryan has a chance to get back through on the main straight. Will he take it? Hugshug up into third on Riley there. And there's a yellow. Looks like Reese is slow on track. Ryan, here he comes again. And Lindsay with a 10-second time penalty is shunting the Jacob down the road here. He doesn't look like he really wants to get past. Once again, timing the run. Runs wide, does Jacob. Opens the door. Toto retires, and we're down to 11. So, another RL driver out of this race. Noah's up into 6 in the meantime and chasing after Al Pacino. And Ryan just swerving all over the track. We're going to take a look at a different battle here as Noah chased down Al Pacino. Riley's back into third here. Can Noah make the move? Brakes nice and early there. Doesn't take too much of a risk there. And what happened to Riley there? Bit of lag going on, it looks like. Hugshug into the podium places once again. OPSL clearing out the top 3 at this stage. Looks like it's going to be a whitewash for them at this stage unless Riley can fight back here. Ryan, oh, he just had a moment there. Looks like he's going to be alright. He just needs to hang on to that DRS and he should be alright to keep the pressure on. All you need is to be within 1 second. And it doesn't matter how fast you are, you can make an easy overtake on the straight based on how powerful that slipstream is. And look at how powerful it is. 357 k's down the straight. Ryan regains the lead. And the lead has changed hands at least 6 times this race. 5 or 6 times. Unbelievable. And Milan's out. We're down to 10. All drivers remaining will score points in this race. And look at the speed. Jacob's about to get down the straight. Doesn't want to let him through like Ryan did. They don't want to pass on the main straight, it seems like. And just playing a bit of tactics, a bit of mind games here. Putting the pressure on. Hugshug lost that podium position back to Riley and has dropped off a little bit, down to 1 second. And now we'll look up front again. Riley and Hugshug battling. And Jacob actually lifts on the straight there to prevent going for the move. Very interesting there. So we've got 4 RRL to 6 OPSL. But OPSL in the positions that matter. And wasn't the cleanest through that corner was Ryan there. Just allowing Jacob to get a little bit closer. And now will he go for the move? He steps on the ERS. And now down towards the end of Sector 2 here. and should get a good slipstream here, and the lead will likely change hands once again down this extremely long straight. DRS open, and late defending by Ryan there. Jacob not fooled by it. 3 goes into first once again. So pretty much going to be a drag race to the finish line. Here goes Riley on Hug Shug, and we're basically just watching replays at the moment of the same lap with these overtakes between first, second, third, and fourth here. Ryan now flying along once again. Jacob pulls to the inside. He's going to go into the pits. So the first driver to blink here from the leaders. Riley stays out. Will Hug Shug come into the pits? It looks like he will. So who has got the better strategy here? Hug Shug versus Riley. Jacob versus Ryan. On come the soft tyres for Jacob. Will he have any traffic in his way? We'll see Al Pacino making his way down the straight. Will he be a problem for Jacob here? Doesn't look like it. Jacob's gotten into some nice clear air. Riley 6 seconds off Ryan. I doubt that he is going to be gaining too much ground on him there. Ryan in the exact same position he was last time, except he has the lead before the pit stops. So wants to set a nice in lap here. Jacob is going to be going hard on those soft tyres as well. But on this track, the lead doesn't matter as much. Track position, it is very easy to overtake. There are many spots that you can do it. Lindsay going very slowly. Might have had a bit of a moment there. 6 laps remain. No drivers need to pit again in this race. So it's after Ryan and Riley, no drivers need to pit, as Lindsay does come into the pits. And we'll see what Ryan does here. We'll go on board with him. And really burning that energy now as he comes into the pits. And Riley should follow suit here into the pit lane. So where's Jacob going to on the track here? Just making his way down the straight. Looks like he might be able to take the lead here. It's going to be quite close. Ryan into the pits. Jacob set a cracking out lap though. It looks like he'll be in the lead, a purple sector in the last. And he does take the lead. So Ryan has been undercut by Jacob there. And Hug Shug also undercuts Riley. The undercut looking very powerful on this track. Al Pacino into the pits. Of Noah's up into fourth. He's gotten past Riley. So Of Noah's jumped him there. So must have had a front wing change or something, because he has fallen way back to where he was. Ryan 3 seconds back off Jacob now. So he has got some work to do. 5 laps remain here in Vegas. And he's going to have to put on absolute show. Although Jacob did push very hard. Could that have had an impact on his tyres? We will soon find out. Does Ryan have to have the pace to snatch both wins here in this exhibition? Or will Jacob be able to hang on for his first win of the evening? Of Noah with a gallant drive through both races. Started 17th in the first race, went up to 9th, and now is up to 4th. But Riley is on his back and should make light work of this move, you would think, as we come to the long, long straight. DRS open. Doesn't even need slipstream. He's going to use it anyway, though. Gets up to 340 there. Reese with a 10-second penalty down in 9th. Won't mean too much in the context of this race. And off Riley goes into the distance. He's got 5 seconds to make up on Hug Shug. We'll see if he can do it. Jacobs, it's another fastest lap. He seems to be pulling away from Ryan here. And he's got 3 seconds to make up. There's a yellow. Looks like Al Pacino, potentially. No. Hudman Scott, maybe. No, it's Reese Fisher. And Kizzy is out of the race. So there goes another RL driver down to 9. And Lindsay out as well. So just one battle to focus on here. Noah catching Riley here. So not letting him go easily. We have 2 RL drivers left versus 6 OPSL. It's been complete and utter dominance. But Ryan's closed that gap already by a second. So did Jacob have a moment there? And now down to 2.2. And absolutely flying along is Ryan. This could become quite interesting by the end of the race. Down to 1.9, catching on the straight as well. Could be potentially setting the fastest lap of the race here. Turning on the jets is Ryan Cox here. Up a second on his previous best lap time. Now making his way to the final corner. It's down to 1.9. Hugshug in third. Riley catching quickly down to 3.6, so could be quite interesting as Ryan now down to 1.5 the difference. A poor lap from Jacob there. 3 laps remain. Are we going to see a titanic battle for the win here? These two have been a class above everyone else this afternoon. Riley, I think he had a little bit of a moment because he's dropped to 4.7 seconds back, and Noah back within DRS range. We'll keep an eye on Ryan and Jacob, but for the moment, Noah, we'll see if he can make his way back into fourth. Riley with some serious pace, but that slipstream for Noah is really going to help. He's low on the ERS though, so might not be powerful enough as he closes to within 0.6. And it's been a superb effort from Noah here as Ryan continues to close that gap. It's 1.2 now, 1.1. And soon it'll be within a second as Riley cuts the track, and that's a 10-second penalty. So basically gifted Noah 4th position there. And Al Pacino, this brings back into the race, potentially to snag a 5th as well. Ryan now within the DRS range, and he has the DRS, and he's got the long straight to work with. Is this going to be a quick, nice and easy move to take the lead of the race? How hard's Jacob going to defend? They're both low on the ERS here. He's going to make a move? No, just going to restrain for the moment. And now through this little chicane, through the main straight. Ryan can make the move if he wants to. And it looks like he is. No ERS required, just pure pace. And they're going to go wheel to wheel here. And Ryan just gets a car ahead, goes wide. Jacob should be able to get that right back, and he does. Nice move. Ryan sets the fastest lap. Jacob hangs on to the lead. 2 laps remain. And that is Riley out of the race. Noah, the lone ORL driver. Riley retires in the pits, it looks like. Hudman Scott with a 10-second. So 1/10 the difference. And Ryan has taken that lead off Jacob. Can he get it back here with 2 laps to go? Just hanging on here. Great, enthralling battle between these two. Only 7 drivers remain out of the 17 that started. And it's been complete OPSL dominance here in Vegas. 4/10 the difference between Jacob and Ryan here. Can Ryan pull away? Jacob just hanging on. And he's going to have that slipstream and the DRS here. Down that very long straight. We're going to see the lead probably change hands once again here. Is he going to go for the move here? Ryan swerving all over the place to defend. Not much he can do though. 352 k's an hour of pure pace from Jacob there. Ryan, can he get back through down the straight? He's had a great corner there. Doesn't need the straight. That's a brilliant exit. Great driving by Ryan once again. And this battle will continue on right to the checkered flag here. Jacob looking for a way through, can't find it. And early braking from Ryan there. Jacob might have a look around the outside. And Ryan just gets through. Not a great corner for Jacob there. He will have the DRS to pull him back though. Hugshug third, Noah fourth. Those gaps are quite massive at this stage. Jacob just playing mind games here with Ryan. Yellow flag in Sector 3. Looks like Reese again, or maybe Hudman Scott. 3/10 the difference. Ryan trying to pull away, and he's pulled it out to 7/10. But as soon as you get a little bit of a gap, there's just another straight that opens right up for the driver behind to catch. And will Jacob be able to do it again here? The long straight. Penultimate lap of the race here. He'll have the DRS on shortly here. Here he goes, 6/10, down to 5. and absolutely flying along, pulls that gap right back. Is he going to have a go into the final corner? I think he is. Off he goes into the lead. Ryan's driven brilliantly, and it's going to come down right to the final lap between these two. Another great exit from Ryan out of that corner, and Jacob's gone off, and that could cost him. He's just within DRS range. DRS range is all he needs here to give himself a chance. Ryan gives the place back respectfully, and down to the last lap. So here we go. Battle between these two. Winner takes all here this evening. OPSL far and away on top. But now we watch Ryan here. 5/10 back on Jacob. Here he goes, Ryan Cox. Weaving everywhere and forced him to lift there, does Jacob. But what else can you do? The slipstream's just too powerful. Through Ryan goes, not quite. Jacob cuts him off and goes a little bit wide. They go very slow through there, trying to avoid contact. Ryan maybe just sitting behind, waiting for that opportunity to overtake. Will he be able to snag the win at the last gasp here to win, to take out both races? Jacob would want to win here. He came second in the last one. And now, not a great corner, sliding around a bit. Ryan's still sitting behind though. He's waiting, he's picking his moment to get through here. Is the moment now. He's got the DRS. And here he goes. He's going to fly through. They're going to be wheel to wheel into the final corner. Or maybe not, pulls away. Can Jacob make a last-ditch effort here? And Ryan swerving, trying to break that slipstream. Into they go into the final corner. Is it going to be Ryan or Jacob here? Ryan looks to have had the better exit. Is he going to hang on for the victory here? The line can't come quick enough for him, but it looks like it's going to. Here goes Ryan for 2 wins in 2 races. Wins for OPSL and a resounding victory for OPSL. Jacob comes home in second place. Hug Shug now. The final podium position. Locks out whitewash for OPSL of Noah. A very commendable effort today to come home in 4th position. Well done to him. Al Pacino now in 5th as we wait for the 2 stragglers towards the back of the pack. A great race for Ryan. Just played the patient game there. At least 10 lead changes there as well. So if any indication of what Vegas is going to be like, it is nuts. There's going to be plenty of overtaking. And Hudman Scott will now bring it home for 6th, followed by Reese Fisher for 7th. And OPSL have had a great day out here in Vegas. And Reese Fisher's had a spin and he's retired. And that'll do it. Only 6 drivers reached the finish line. 5 of them OPSL, 1 RRL. And it's been a fantastic spectacle to watch. Hope you all enjoyed the stream here this evening. A friendly exhibition, and I hope you're all looking forward to the first race of the RRL season, which starts in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be huge, and I hope you're all very much looking forward to it. Ryan takes the win once again, proving his dominance. Jacob 2nd, Hug Shug 3rd, and that'll do it for the RRL OPSL 3rd 10v10 event. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we will see you in 2 weeks.